Welcome, everybody, to the
I'm Fat Podcast.
Snacks are best saved for later.
With Jay Zawoski.
That man ate all our shrimp and 2 plastic lobsters.
And Rick Camp.
Out of the mist came a beast more stomach than man.
Welcome into another edition of the I'm Fat Podcast, brought to you by our sponsors, Charlie the Bacon Guy, Mazda of Orland Park, and Frato's Culinary Kitchen. I am Rick Camp alongside fellow fat Jay Zawoski. Yes, once again doing this live because A, we love you guys so much, and B, our schedule's conflicted.
Yes, in one of those orders, that is correct. Welcome in. Thanks for joining us. If you're on YouTube, please hit that like button for us. That helps out big time when you do that. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube page, because I've learned that if we get 1,000 subscribers, we can start getting money for those ads that play on our page instead of getting nothing to play on our page. So yeah, we need 1,000 subscribers. So hit it. If you have multiple Gmails, just switch through your accounts there, go through all of them, and hit that like button for us. We would greatly appreciate it. And of course, subscribe as well. If you want to chat with us, we're in the chat. Feel free to hit us up. We've got a lot to get to today. I'm going to apologize off the bat about my voice. I have just been surrounded by people who have colds for like the last week, and I think it finally caught up with me. I feel fine, but I sound like crap. So apologies there. Make sure you're following us on our other social medias as well at I'm Fat Pod. That's Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. We've got the fan page on Facebook as well. That's where it's really popping off, as the kids say. And the YouTube page, if you are on the regular podcast, the YouTube page is youtube.com/I'm Fat Podcast. And every episode ends up on YouTube, not only the live ones. So if you're ever just sitting around your office and you want to pop us on in the background, feel free. And remember, smash that like button and hit subscribe on the YouTube and on your podcast app. That's always very, very helpful.
Yep. Absolutely. So we both had like busy weeks. Yes. I don't know, I know for me, like I had one of my fat moments yesterday. And by one of
fart uncontrollably.
No, thank God. No, just like, so I worked for Fox for the Bears game again, just like, basically manual labor type things, and just the steps, man. So I was working with someone that had a pedometer on them. Like we were working the same station. So we had like kind of equivalent steps.
Yeah.
About 20,000 steps yesterday. My feet are sore.
Giving those Skechers a workout.
Yeah, I am, sir. Hey, these were my boots I was wearing. Thank you very much. I have no idea what brand they are, but I knew it was going to be decently cold. It was actually like perfect. I caught some crap because of what I was wearing, or the lack of what I was wearing, considering the temperature. But I knew once the sun got out, it was going to be nice, and that ended up being the case. So is this like in the situation I was in, where I am on the soldier field for a good amount of the day, and I got there at like 7 a.m. We left around like 6:45 p.m. I had on like a compression shirt, so like a no sleeve compression shirt, like a heavier, like a Carhartt t-shirt, like a Carhartt zip up, which is, like it was pretty heavy. It's heavier than your normal, just like zip up.
Yeah.
So it's like made for work. Then I had on, of course I had underwear on, because I'm not doing anything with that. Yeah. Underwear. I had a pair of just like athletic shorts, and then my jeans and 2 pairs of socks, and I was wearing boots, and then I had a hat and gloves. Like for what the weather was, I thought that was fine, but I was the only person, I think, that only had one layer of long sleeves.
Huh. Well, you had 2, because the compression shirt was sleeveless, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. That's, though, I'll say this: when I'm cold, it's never my arms, it's never my legs. Maybe it's my legs sometimes, but it's rarely my arms. It's going to be your feet first and foremost, your head and ears.
Yep.
Your hands, and then the top of your back. That's where like it starts getting cold, like back here between your shoulder blades. Like a lot of heat escapes there. So yeah, I think you were fine. I mean, You know what you can tolerate and what you can't.
Yeah, I would. Hey, I'm made to deal with the cold.
Yeah,
I'm basically a walrus.
I was gonna say your tusks are coming in nicely.
and I'm happy to see you.
Well, it's good. I mean, yeah, I think the only concern yesterday
Mm-hmm.
was the wind.
Yeah, thankfully in that stadium, the wind pretty much like it goes through like the playing field, because like where I was at was essentially almost like up against the wall where the where the stands start.
Yeah.
And there was not like it wasn't overly windy by us.
Because they went to the referee at one point.
Mhm.
I don't know if it was a review or a penalty or whatever. And it sounded like a Bacon report, like he was on the wing of an airplane.
Yes.
And I'm like, well, this is useless. I can't hear a goddamn word this guy's saying.
Mhm.
And it just looked pretty miserable. And Adam Amin and Mark Schlerloff were talking about how cold they were down on the field. So, but look, if you're going to be working and moving and all those sort of things, you don't want to be too hot.
Right.
Because then you start getting sweaty.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're screwed. Because then you're sweaty and cold. And that's
the worst combo.
Yeah. You don't want to do that. So I think you did fine. Were
Yes.
you cold at all?
Not really, no.
Yeah. So then you win.
Yeah. Suck it, everybody else.
Wow. You got a lot of time on your hands. Line up. I'm here for it. Let's go. That's funny. Yeah, I was looking for you on the sideline. We got to get you like some kind of like hat or merch or something to wear.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, you're like they purposely tell you don't wear things with logos.
Yes, don't wear stuff that can be deemed as advertising, because the NFL, from what I understand, is pretty popular and powerful.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Yeah, I hear that too. So it's funny talking about Skechers. Yesterday, I went to my aunt's tree trimming party. I'm sure I've talked about this in the past. My Aunt Jo, who's the same aunt we went to Thanksgiving for. Wait, quick sidebar. I get to the party and Aunt Jo is again hosting probably 50 people this time, more than Thanksgiving.
Sheesh.
She comes and sits next to me and she goes, "I'm really sorry. I forgot to put the corn out." I go, "What?" She's like, "I heard you on the podcast and you mentioned how we didn't have corn." And she's like, "I had it ready. I just forgot to put it out." I go, "Aunt Jo, you're cooking for 30 people.
Right. How dare you leave the corn out?"
I didn't even, honestly, I think I said this on the show too.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice it wasn't there until we were recapping Thanksgiving. And I'm like, wait, I didn't have corn. So I didn't even miss it. So I know Aunt Jo's listening. She listens every episode apparently. And I got my Aunt Julie hooked up on podcast last night.
Nice.
So yeah, no sweat on the corn. We'll have it next year. No big deal. Anyway, this tree trimming party has been going on. Was it the first? I don't know. It was some big anniversary. The last one, the one that was last night. I took the day off of work. The Hawks played. I said, I'm not missing this party. I never do. It's my favorite day of the year. So they buy a giant tree and invite both sides of their family over, and everybody decorates the tree, which is fun. The best part, though, is that they prepare catering tins of like ham and cheese sandwiches on rolls, and chicken tenders and chili and butter noodles.
Oh yeah.
And then they fill the entire guest bedroom with desserts. It is the greatest day on the Christmas calendar. My wife's in the chat saying it was the 45th year.
You ass.
I'm sorry. I thought it was, but I didn't want to be wrong.
Yeah.
So the 45th year of that party. And I'm going to share a photo that again is going to get some ridicule from everybody because I don't look super fat in it.
Whoa.
There I am with my giant chicken tenders, my ham and cheese sandwich, and my cup of chili.
Yeah, and you know what you're missing?
What?
The extra weight.
It's
you
it's
normie.
The angle of the photo. Taken from above. Whatever. Anyway, that was like the first plate of 5.
Nice.
And then I had I brought home sandwiches and I had 2 last night. Maybe that's why I couldn't sleep, Rick. Because I had 2 hot ham and cheese sandwiches and then laid down.
Your stomach's like, this isn't happening.
That's the thing. Hope goes, I'm laying in bed and it's like, Hope's like, is that your stomach? I go, yeah. I drank a lot of water and it's just kind of churning its way through my stomach.
Yeah,
but
that's it.
It felt fine. I didn't have to do anything or make any trips anywhere. I was fine, but my stomach was really noisy.
Yeah.
So yeah, and Charlie says bedroom of desserts. Yes, indeed. There's a bedroom of desserts. There was a bundt cake. There were, in my opinion, the greatest and easiest dessert ever, Oreo balls.
Yes.
There were the Rolo pretzels, the M&M pretzels.
Oh yeah.
The 2-bite brownies.
Wow.
And we have a bunch of gluten-free people in the family, and we still let them attend anyway. So there's like a whole back table of gluten-free stuff that my Aunt Julie makes. So just an awesome time. And then to really tie a bow on the Christmas festivities, we go to I asked my cousin Katie, I go, hey, where do you guys get your tree? Because every year your tree looks fantastic. And they said it's on 119th Street between Kedzie and Pulaski, and just ask for Pete. And tell Pete you know us, and he'll cut you a deal.
Tell him your name sent you.
That's exactly what it was. So I pull up, I go, are you Pete? He goes, yep. I go, oh, I'm Jay Zawoski. He's like, uh-huh. So I'm like, my aunt and uncle buy their tree from you every year. Oh, yeah. So anyway, find a tree, $45. Super cheap. Puts it on the roof of our car. Bam, we got a new tree today in our living room, going to be decorated later today. So it was awesome. I love holiday party time.
Yeah.
And Rick, I know you've been to CHGO a couple times.
Yes.
Coming by. I wish you were there Thursday.
It looked great.
Smoke Daddy.
Oh, God damn it.
Catered by Smoke Daddy. Pulled pork, brisket, mac and cheese was out of this world. Jalapeno cheddar cornbread. Dude, it was amazing. It was so good.
Seriously, what the hell, man?
And something happened to me that night.
You pooped.
I got real sick. It wasn't from the food, because I started not feeling great even before the food came out.
Yeah.
I really think that it was the beer.
Uh-oh.
I don't drink a ton of beer, as you know. And when I do, it's usually like a macro brew. I had a craft beer. I'm not going to say the name because they're affiliated with CHGO and it's not their fault. But like all of a sudden I was like really, really having some stomach issues in the middle of the party. So much so that I went out to my car and got some Pepto to slow things down. Also,
a sign of a good fat, having Pepto or Tums in the car.
Rick, in my car, I have the what would it be? The quadrangle of Tums, Pepto, Imodium, just in case.
Oh,
just in case it's a big problem.
Yeah.
And ibuprofen.
Nice.
I mean, that's a given.
Yeah, the only one of the I keep Tums and ibuprofen in my car.
Yeah, I eat Tums like I eat candy.
Yeah,
seriously. That doesn't feel right. 3 Tums.
Well, and I forget if we talked about this, or if I forget if it was you that I talked about this with. Of it feels like the more for public consumption Tums, the not so chalky ones.
Okay.
I don't know that they work as well.
The chewy ones?
The chewy ones, yeah.
Okay, I don't like the chewy Tums, and here's why. Because if I'm having reflux, gummy, chewy stuff is what gets stuck. So when I have those, I feel like I'm constantly working them down my gullet, right? As opposed to the chalky ones that just like you chew down the chalk and you're fine. Those, I can't have the chewy ones because they don't sit right when I have reflux.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Huh.
Interesting.
Oh, gluten-free made me think of something.
Oh.
And I have to defend our turf here for a minute.
Okay.
And I also may get in trouble for this. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. So I'm hanging out with Sam on Friday. We're having a good day. We get a FaceTime from Sam's sister, who may not have been the most sober person I've ever met in this state.
Okay.
And demanding, not just asking, demanding to be on the podcast. Or possibly even fill in host. Yes. Now, mind you, this seems like many drinks in like many like martinis in.
Okay.
So I would just like to stand the ground and be like, you're gluten-free, like vegan-y stuff all the time.
But by choice, or is it a dietary? Or is it like a sickness thing?
For hosting this podcast, doesn't matter.
That's true.
We have to have a high bar if someone was ever to fill in for either of us. So you know what?
Yeah, let's pump the brakes.
I will. Yeah. Oh no, I will. Yeah, I will leave her name out of it to leave the shame localized. But let's slow it down a little bit.
Wow,
let's slow it.
Let's putting the 4 foot down.
It's a significant foot and is being put down.
Maybe you know what though? I'm not as hard lined.
Oh,
as
you're
you
gonna
are.
be an enabler. Here we go.
I think guest hosting. No, you have to have certain. Yeah. We got to have a weigh in for that. Right.
There could be ways to make a guest appearance work, and maybe I will discuss those with her in the future.
I would say, yeah, like, okay, I'm sure there are some people that listen to this that are gluten free and miss, the non-gluten-free lifestyle.
Sure, and that could be an angle. And Hope says it best. Call the fat phone first. Yeah, let's just see what you sound like on air.
I didn't love it. Need more energy.
No. If it's that type of thing, then it's a hard no. But no. You're awesome, but this is our realm.
Yeah. All right. 708-858-3314, Sam sister.
Yeah.
Let's give you a run. And if you're better than Southside Butt Rash Carolyn, we'll see
luck.
We'll see what we can do. And
I mean, that's a high bar set by Southside Butt Rash Carolyn.
Speaking of high bars, Rick, I'm going to try to do this. Now, this is a lot of info I need to process for everybody. Okay. So I need a little bit of flexibility,
latitude,
on the screen sharing situation.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
I saw this yesterday on Frato's Facebook and Instagram.
Yes.
There's a lot of info here. So I'm going to
many paragraphs.
Advise everyone to follow Frato's Pizza on Facebook or Instagram at Frato's Pizza. Here's the deal. This Friday, December 9th, Frato's is buying you a free dinner. Nearly 2 pounds of delicious made from scratch food for free. Again, this Friday, online ordering special only. Listen up. FratosPizza.com. Use the coupon code BESTDINNER, all caps, no spaces, for $13.99 off when you order 2 of Frato's new Southwest dinners. December 9th only. Pre-order to guarantee your free food, as when they run out, they're out. Don't miss out. So here's what it is. Chicken dinner is nearly 2 pounds total. Frato's dinner with Southwestern rice, garlic butter potatoes, Texas-style garlic bread, and your choice of meat, such as garlic butter chicken, or upgrade to grilled Italian lemon and herb chicken, sweet basil citrus chicken. Oh, that sounds good. Lemon pepper chicken, smoked Texas brisket, or smoked prime rib steak.
Holy shit.
So, FratosPizza.com. Pre-order and buy one of those 2 Southwest dinners for $13.99 and get a free one. That's $13.99 off using the coupon code BESTDINNER, all caps, no spaces.
No breaks.
You must have both dinners in your cart to redeem the coupon. So add both dinners, Southwest dinners, put them both in your cart. Then when you're ready to check out at FratosPizza.com, use that code BESTDINNER. Again, all capital letters, no spaces between best and dinner, and you will get one of those meals for free. And if for whatever reason Friday doesn't work for you, you can save every time you go to Frato's by using the code I'm fat. You'll save 10% on your FratosPizza.com order. So there's always an option to save, but this Friday, take advantage of that incredible deal. That food sounds incredible. It sounds awesome. And I'm a little bit envious. I'm not going to be able to get there that day. But if you get out there, let us know. And anytime you're at any of our
sponsors,
take a pic, tag us, tag them, let them know that you're supporting them. Because if you don't use those promo codes, there's no way for Frato's to know that we're bringing any customers in. Right. So if you go, and even if you just go in there and sit down and say, hey, heard about you guys on the I'm Fat podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's a little bit awkward, but they're going to be happy to hear it. And we're going to be happy that you told them so they know that they're investing their money in the right places. So we would greatly appreciate that.
Yeah. I'm guess who lives close enough to Frato's that they could take
You.
advantage of this? Me.
And
guess who is very likely going to take advantage of this? Me.
And dinner for two, Rick, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I can definitely, it's definitely good for me.
I want to say, by the way, we had the lemon chicken.
Yeah.
At Grandma Cookie's 100th birthday from Frato's. Dude.
Yeah.
It was, I know you're going to get the barbecue. I might get, I've shocking to nobody. I've had a fair amount of barbecue. So what?
Finding a new place to change it up. That might be the way to go.
Yeah. Lindsay, by the way, says Addie is the only acceptable co-host of this show. You know what, Rick?
Not wrong.
She loaded up a plate bigger than mine yesterday. So
wow.
When's the last time you saw Addie? It's been a while, right?
It's been a little bit now, yeah.
She's like a full-grown adult now. It's really
I saw her at the NASCAR, or not the NASCAR, the F1 bite my tongue, the F1 race.
Oh, right. Yeah. It's a little bit scary, but I think she's got the chops to do it. I think she could actually hang out and host with us because she's got some food thoughts. Let me tell you. She's got some food thoughts for sure. Boy, I just had something else I wanted to say and I can't think of it. Let me look.
Okay.
Show notes.
Okay. Well, I've got I tried something new this week.
Okay.
That I saw at the Jewels.
Yes.
And it's under the branch of Werther's Original Blissful Bites. So it's essentially like a malted milk ball, but instead of chocolate, it's like a caramel, like a Werther's Original around the malt.
Okay.
It was really good. Maybe this is another sign of me being an old man that I was drawn towards a Werther's Original product, but let me tell you, it was really good. How light the malt is on the inside. It's not like, how like some of your bad malted milk balls will have like super dense malt on the inside.
Yeah.
This is not that. Very light, flaky. So like I thoroughly enjoyed them and I will likely have them again.
They look terrific.
Mm-hmm.
They look really, really good. I will find those. I don't, the whole like old people like butterscotch thing. It's true.
Yeah.
But it's also awesome.
Yes, exactly.
I wonder what it is about old people that like butterscotch. I wonder if it has something to do with like, as they get older, maybe their taste buds aren't as strong as they used to be and they can't taste as much.
Maybe it's almost, it's
strong taste.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, it's just like a curve with like everything where it's like when you're really young, you can't really do super, like a ton of seasoning and all that stuff. And then you're here for it. And then it kind of goes back away.
Yeah. Yeah, that could be. I don't know. It's interesting. I like them. And if I see them, I'm going to find them.
Yeah. And and it's caramel. Like caramel is a good thing.
Yes. Well, Rick, I found something too.
Okay.
That I immediately texted you about because I knew these were near and dear to your heart.
Yep.
Now and again, the old Ace Hardware comes through with some weird stuff. And every time I check out an Ace, I really, really, really check out all the candies because there's always something I haven't seen before.
Yeah.
So what I found, and if you're watching on YouTube, you can see them, youtube.com/I'mFatPodcast. Oreo caramel creams. Now, what these are is your traditional Bullseye caramel candy, the caramel ring with the cream in the middle, but instead of caramel, it's Oreo chocolate.
Yes.
I told Hope we live maybe a mile and a half from Ace.
Yeah.
And I said, hon, I really would try to save you some of these, but they didn't make it home. And I told her I actually shared one with the cashier because she was like, are these any good? I'm like, let's find out. I opened them up and I'm like, here, take one. So she took one and loved it too. But they were awesome. I've never seen them before. I don't know if I'll ever see them again. It feels like one of those things.
So did you just admit to food cheating on your wife?
I don't know. I was kind. I was just being kind.
That's what they all say.
I guess so. I don't know.
Mm.
I bring her lots of treats though.
Okay.
Pretty good at that usually.
Yeah.
So anyway, it was I need to find more of those. I'm gonna go in there and just buy what they have.
God, and it's so funny
Their stock.
because I assume a lot of people were like this. Going to my grandparents' place, the Bullseyes there were always Bullseyes.
Yeah.
Always in one of the little like candy dishes or whatever. Like when I think food and my grandpa, I think Bullseyes. Like that was his favorite thing to have laying around the house. So when you sent me that, I'm like, okay, that's awesome. Like,
Yeah.
makes me smile. So
They
yes.
were so imagine, how great they were, how great you imagine them to be.
Mm-hmm.
That's how good they are.
Okay.
There's no like, I was hoping they'd be better. No,
Sure.
they were great. And Wako Heed says Hope is too busy with the French national team anyway. Yes, we were watching the end of the France and Poland. It was France and Poland. Yeah. Soccer game yesterday. We tuned in like just as it ended. And the Xfinity cable box would be like, would you like to watch this in Ultra 4K? And I'm like, sure. So I hit the button. And it is like I'm on the field suddenly.
Yeah.
And the French team is walking off. And Hope's like, look at that guy. Oh, look at that guy. Look at that guy. Oh my God, look at that guy. She's like, I think you got me into soccer. I'm like,
Chicago baseball writers and soccer.
Yeah, right. Yes. If that's what it takes, that's what it takes, I suppose. But yeah, I was worried the TV was going to come off the wall for a second there because yeah, there's some guys like, oh, it's really hot. I got to take my shirt off in front of this 4K camera. He's like, oh my God.
There's a bead of sweat. And there's a bead of sweat.
Yeah. Well, that was me. We're watching Wednesday, the show on Netflix. It's an Addams Family spinoff.
Okay.
And Christina Ricci's in it.
Oh.
And like all the old feelings came rushing back when she's got red hair now and just she's got the glasses and
really?
An all-timer, Christina Ricci.
Yeah. Yep. The old I think of Casper. Like that's the era Christina Ricci that I think of.
I've never seen that.
Really?
What year did that come out? The Casper movie would have been
like 90s.
Casper 95. So I was in high school. Like I was a junior in high school at that point.
Yeah.
So that was kind of not in my
in that movie she was a high schooler. So that would have been, if you needed more material for ye old bank.
I don't know what you're talking about. I think of her from Black Snake Moan. Okay, moving on. I had some other good food this week, I think. As I scramble here. All right, there we go. Rick, what's the place where every time we go, it's the same thing and it's always awesome? Chain barbecue. The patio. Of course.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
I don't know how they do it. Where every time you go to patio, it is the same experience.
Yep.
And it's always great. It's always hot. It's always fresh. So went this week, me and Hope went, and I'm like, I'm going to try. They had loaded baked potato soup on the menu.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, that sounds like something I want in my face. So I ordered that, and it was great. Patio, not a surprise. Everything there is fantastic.
And they have a novel of a menu.
Yeah. They got a ton of stuff. Because a lot of times I'm usually like either want like a barbecue or I know I'm like a 12-year-old, but their chicken tenders are amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And they pair really well with their spicy barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
I usually go between that or the pulled pork, but they have like barbecue chicken tacos and sliders, and they got buffalo chicken sandwiches. They've got everything up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're there, I don't know. I think it's probably a like a daily special or whatever.
Probably.
If you ever have the loaded baked potato soup, grab it. And Shocky Boys says low-key great baked potato soup at Potbelly. That's true too. That's like the one thing I really do like about Potbelly.
Yeah.
Is their soup. Their soup is damn good. And now it's soup.
I mean, the cookies are elite.
Oh yeah. You're right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Which one do you go with?
The sugar.
Yeah. I mean, it's got literal like giant sugar crystals on top of it.
Yeah. What could go wrong? I mean, like it's fantastic.
Yeah. It's so damn good.
Oh,
yeah, patio loaded baked potato soup. Go for it if you get the opportunity.
I didn't have anything new, but I just wanted to give like the quick shout out of, hey, it's still there and it's still awesome for I Love Fries.
Yes.
Because I went there this week. It had been a little while. And just like, I just went with the garlic butter noodles, got the chicken, and then it's like got that like umbrella of cheese on top, and it is so freaking good. And like that full order is that it gets you full because there is so much there.
Did you finish the full order?
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever finished my I Love Fries order.
Well,
it's a lot of food.
Also,
I hate you.
This is me getting back at you for you complimenting me because you're a jerk.
That was like a month ago.
That's been constant.
Fine, you suck and I hate you.
Thank you.
Now leave me alone.
Yeah.
All right, a couple things sent to us this week real quick before we get to Ask a Fat.
Mm-hmm.
Our buddy Russ, our unpaid producer extraordinaire,
yeah,
sent us this from the old Twitter machine. As I pull it up here, boom. Hot Pockets have made cargo shorts with a literal hot pocket.
So you can have a hot pocket in the hot pocket.
You can put a hot pocket in your pocket that keeps things hot. So, I mean, my question is one half of the pocket ice cold and the other half is lava
right.
hot?
Well, and also if you're walking and this is a partially eaten hot pocket, how is it not just spilling all over?
Well, it appears based on the photo that the pocket is lined with some sort of aluminum or, at least like wipeable coating.
Oh, I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about you having anything left in the hot pocket when you go back to the hot pocket.
Well, just get a spoon. Bring a spoon with you. Make it like a telescoping spoon.
Yeah.
So you can just reach into your pocket and just eat whatever cheese remnant has dropped out of there.
Yeah.
I don't know, because you got to wonder, like, is there if you really want this to function, if we're truly making them make the hot pocket work,
yes,
not only do you need to have it lined as they do, right? The temperature control lining, you also need like a slot because all hot pockets are the same size. So if you slot it in there, almost like a gun holster, you're not going to have as much content loss.
True.
As you would if it's just flopping around your pocket, so to speak.
Right.
Never a problem for me. Yeah. So I don't know. Someone's got to get these and give us the full report. I nominate Russ. Russ, if you, I'll pay for him.
There you go.
All right. Do that, and we'll try them out. The other thing that we saw that needs mentioning, and this is very exciting for everybody, as we are Wingstop enthusiasts.
Yes, we are.
This is not my go-to typically, but today, Wingstop announcing Carolina Gold barbecue sauce for their wings and chicken sandwiches. Are you a Carolina Gold guy, Rick?
It's not my first choice, but with this, I am going to try it.
Yeah.
In fact, maybe I'll try it for dinner tonight. Who's to say?
I think that's a good idea from you. So why am I'm like kind of blanking on a taste of Carolina Gold. Is it mustardy?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. I'll look this up. Carolina. This is the fun of the live podcast.
Yes. Right.
All right. Yeah. Mustard barbecue sauce. There you go. That's why I'm not typically a,
because it's like the barbecue sauce there is either mustardy or really vinegary.
Vinegar, I don't mind. I like the vinegary one. I don't like the mustardy one.
Yeah, and also vinegary a little rougher for like Wingstop to do because it's got to stay on.
True.
Like that's if you were going to have that would have to be for a sit-down establishment where you could have the bottle right there.
Right. And there's one more thing, two more things actually I want to call people's attention to. This week on SNL, Keke Palmer was the host. Two great skits for fat guys. There was a music video made called Big Guys.
Okay.
Where the women of SNL, it was Keke Palmer, it was Cecily Strong, and it was Punky
QB.
not Punky Brewster. God damn it.
It was Jim McMahon.
Punky, and I can't think of her last name.
Okay.
It's gonna bug me. Anyway, the three of them do this like hip hop video about how it's winter and they need a fat guy to snuggle up with.
It's true.
And they found some chunky boys for this skit.
Nice.
And it's great. So look for that. And then the other one was they did this bit where it's like an Arby's commercial. And it says 5 roast beef sandwiches for $10. It's got the big, like the Ving Rhames voice.
Yeah.
And they like cut 2 people in the restaurant. They're like, wait a minute. How is that possible? Well, I just looked up a pound of roast beef is $11.99 a pound. How is it possible? And then like they try to like deter from the question of where the meat's from. It's really, really great. 2 good Keenan Thompson bits. And for those of you that liked Keenan and Kel, there's a Keenan and Kel moment in this episode as well. So check out this latest episode of Saturday Night Live because it was a good one. Keke Palmer was great. I love when you watch the host and they're like truly excited to be there.
Yeah.
They're into it and they're not like too cool for the skits. That's when you know you've got a good episode. Yeah. Keke Palmer did a terrific job. So make sure you check that out. And before we get to the Ask a Fat segment of the show, want to remind everybody, hey, are you going to be that guy or gal that surprises your significant other with a car for holidays? You show up in the driveway with a big bow on it and they're like, how could you buy a car without my permission?
Right.
If you're that person, check out Mazda of Orland Park. Get a CX-50, get a CX-30, a CX-5, a CX-9, whatever you're into for your significant other for the holidays. Call Eric Vates, 708-444-3200. He'll help you make the magic happen this Christmas. They can be found at 8910 West 159th Street or go to MazdaofOrlandPark.com. I've always wanted to, there's a few things, Rick, where I say this will be the sign that I've made it in life.
Yes.
Number one is to have a lake house, like somewhere in Michigan where I can escape on the weekends. That would be great. The next would be the ability to buy my significant other a car and it not be a big deal.
Or now the other thing that's come up in a commercial before.
Yeah.
If you buy 2 cars.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Make sure make sure it's obvious which one's going to be yours and which one's going to be hers. Yeah.
Right. So if you get your own, like, let's say you want the black one.
Yeah.
And you get like a white one or a blue one for your significant other. Get like a Van Halen sticker on the one you want for yourself. Or like a Stone Cold Steve Austin sticker.
Yes.
Something where your wife's gonna say, yeah, I don't want that one.
Exactly.
Yeah. You gotta be, or maybe like the Naked Lady mud flaps.
Yes.
On one of them. You can get balls. You can get
I was just gonna say the hitch balls.
Truck nuts. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so many ways to protect yourself from having your car stolen from under you this holiday season. I'm not sure what the Mazda truck nut selection is, but I'm sure Eric Vates can help you get some. Go to MazdaofOrlandPark.com. Again, 708-444-3200, or jump in their showroom, 8910 West 159th Street. Rick, is it time to ask the Fats?
Oh, it is.
The fingers you have used to dial are too fat. To obtain a special dialing wand, please mash the keypad with your palm now.
All right. The Fat Phone is available for you, 708-858-3314. And as always, we are brought to you by Charlie the Bacon Guy. And here he is with this week's Bacon Report.
Thanks, Jay. The holiday season menu is in full effect. Maple pepper, chorizo, rosemary bacon. The original and the bourbon bacon jams also are available. Don't forget about all our merchandise that we mention every week. And a special thing for the I'm Fat podcast listeners this week, if you place a bacon order with me and mention that you heard this on the podcast this week, I have ground bacon. It will be $5 a pound. It is already packed by the pound. I only have a little bit extra, but that's just for I'm Fat podcast listeners. It's ground and sealed in 1 pound packages, so you're good to go. Just mention that you heard about the ground bacon on the podcast, and 1 pound is $5. and we'll add that to your order. For the Bacon Report, I'm Charlie the Bacon Guy.
That's a hell of a deal.
Yeah.
You just throw that in a bowl, get a spoon, start eating some of that ground bacon. Oh, that'd be good in the chili.
Yes.
So many things you can do with ground bacon. Take advantage of that deal from Charlie. Hit him up, charliethebaconguy@gmail.com. He's at Charlie the Bacon Guy on Instagram and at CZ the Bacon Guy on Twitter. He's also in the chat down there. There he is.
Mm-hmm.
He's saying put a Charlie the Bacon Guy magnet on your truck.
No, but then she'll want it more.
Yeah, that's
We're
true.
trying to deter her from wanting that car.
Good point. Maybe just a picture of Charlie on the truck.
Yeah, that would do the trick.
Yeah, we got a little special thing coming from Charlie here in a second, by the way. But make sure you order that bacon. Make sure you let Charlie know you heard about it on the I'm Fat podcast, and you will get a pound of ground bacon for $5. That is a great deal. Take advantage of that. I'm really looking forward to getting my order in. I'm really slacking on it. I'm sorry, Charlie, but I will. I'm going to probably do it after the holidays, just because our family, me and Hope's brother and sister, and we don't really do our exchange until after the new year.
Oh, okay.
I'll probably wait so he can get through his holiday orders, and then I'm going to place my order and get what I want to get for everybody. So I haven't forgotten, but I have got some more time than most people. So jump in there, charliethebaconguy@gmail.com, at CZ the Bacon Guy on Twitter, and at Charlie the Bacon Guy on Instagram. And I want to share this with everybody. Share it with me. This is Charlie playing the old puckaroo, as we call it in the old country.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on the center of your screen here. You're going to see a hulking figure come off the bench on the right-hand side there. Give it a second. He's coming. It's going to be very, very good. Here he comes right at center ice right now. There's Charlie. Here comes a guy down the right wing side. Boom! Charlie the Bacon Guy. And then the guy gets mad at Charlie because Charlie did his job and stopped him from getting into the offensive zone. Kiss my ass, Normie. Said
Wait, did Charlie get a penalty for that?
That I don't know. He's in the chat. Charlie, did you get a penalty? You gotta let us know.
I thought I saw the hand go up on the ref. As far as I know, that means a penalty. I'm not exactly Captain Hockey, but
it should be on the other guy for retaliating.
Yeah.
All you do is a nice clean hit. Good job, Charlie. Nice backward skating. Good form. Really, really solid. If you want to see the Charlie the Bacon Guy highlight, you've got to watch on YouTube, youtube.com/I'm Fat Podcast.
Charlie
All right,
did that hockey.
He did do that hockey. All right, let's get to the voicemail segment. And here we go. 708-858-3314 is the number.
Hey, guys, this is Trent Champagne. I was listening to the podcast the other week, and Jay was mentioning that he used to sneak snacks of brown sugar. And it made me think back to my own childhood and some of the interesting snacks that I used to eat. And it made me be a little nostalgic, like those a Netflix series. And thinking of one that might be called the foods that made us fat. And my fat snack as a child used to be, I used to go to my grandmother's house after school, and she'd make me a snack, and it'd be Oscar Mayer bologna that was slathered with a Miracle Whip, and they would roll it into like a taquito shape, and that would be the snack. And I just look back at that as an adult now, and I'm like, oh, it's no wonder that I end up the way I am. And so anyway, I didn't know if anybody else had any thoughts about fat snacks that and so from your childhood that explain the way you are currently. Anyway, I keep up the good work. I enjoy the podcast a bunch, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Out on that.
Yeah, so we
Very
used to do the bologna and cheese roll-ups.
Yeah.
That was a go-to in our house all the time. So, yeah, that's understandable. I would just, for me, when I wasn't sneaking bites of brown sugar,
Yep.
I would just take slices of American cheese.
Okay.
I'd have like 10
Yeah.
in a sitting, and my mom would be like, where's all the cheese? I'm like, you told me to have a healthy snack.
Yeah.
And in my mom's mind, that is a healthy snack.
Nice.
So, to her, like cheese and crackers were basically a salad.
Oh, okay.
That's why I am this way. And then the thing from growing up at my grandparents' house where we would have Los Angeles pizza all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting it ready. And then their freezer would be full of chocolate. So we would switch between pizza, chocolate all day. So now one gives me the taste for the other.
Oh, okay.
So that's problematic.
Let's see. We did butter sandwiches a little bit.
Oh yeah.
So that was definitely a thing. Also, my mom would make big batches of chocolate chip cookie dough
Mm-hmm.
and then just throw it in the freezer. And, whenever she wanted to make a few more, she'd make a few more. Well, sometimes some of the cookie dough would disappear.
What?
Yeah.
Must have evaporated.
Yeah. It was really crazy because it started, like she would form it, like just with her hand. So it was just like all and all that. And then magically there would be a nice edge, almost like a knife could have gone through it or something to cut off a piece of said cookie dough. Who's to say?
Interesting. I wonder how this happened.
I don't know, but I did have one point where she was like, you realize I was going to make cookies and now there's almost nothing to make cookies with.
That's okay. You had cookie dough. You win.
Yes. And now I have a taste for the cookie dough pretzel over at Gnarly Knots.
Oh man. Let me know when that dies down so I can get over there.
Yes.
Yeah, I got to get over there. Wuku Heed, I hope I'm saying your name right. He says his fat snack would be his grandma making Chihuahua cheese roll-ups and flour tortillas and microwaving them. That's good.
That's good.
Chihuahua cheese, anything, please. Thank you.
Pretty much.
Yeah. All right. You ready?
Yep.
It's been a while, Rick. It has been a while, but she's back.
This is Southside Butt Rash Carolyn calling to report that as I was driving to work just now, I saw a Pizza Puff little mini delivery van, and as it went into the next lane next to me, I reached out my arm like a little gimme, grabbing for a Pizza Puff to somehow be thrown out of this delivery van to me, and the driver of it saw me making such a motion, and if he was smoking a cigarette, looking dead to the world, looks like he's having the worst day of his life. I don't know, Pizza Puff diet or what was going on, but I was trying to hope to follow him and see where he was going to try to get, maybe some samples or something. But he turned on to 95th Street, and I continued down South Kedzie, so I'll just have to go to 7-Eleven for lunch. All right, talk to you later.
I've always thought about that when I see, what's the pizza? Is it Becker's that has a truck? Maybe it's Fox's. Some local pizza place has a truck where it's like you open the door and there's a done pizza in there.
Yeah.
It's like a delivery truck. And my instinct is always just put my arm out there and say, how much can I just like buy one off of you right now? So I love that Carolyn's head is at. And see, Carolyn's a good example. Carolyn is not a fat, but one of the fattest at heart people we know.
True.
That she started chasing a Pizza Puff truck.
Right. That's great.
That's commitment. That's hustle.
It really is. And I like that you take every opportunity to try and validate yourself.
What? Oh,
no, but
ass. And I insulted you. You guys stop insulting me back.
I know. It just stuck out where it's like, see, here's an example of someone that's like, that's kind of what it sounded like to me.
Yeah. Well, I'll never be on her level of skinniness. But hey, by the way, Carolyn, you're right at 95th and Kedzie. Right. You're almost there. Los Angeles. All right. That is it for the voicemail segment. Let's get to the emails.
Okay.
Got fat about this and that. It's time to chat with the fats.
Email us. I'm fatpod@gmail.com. This first one comes from John. He says, hey, fats, bear with me while I yell at the clouds. My son and I were in a hurry to get somewhere, and he hadn't eaten dinner yet and wanted to stop by a Taco Bell. Well, if you're in a hurry, don't go to Taco Bell. His order was modest: 2 regular soft tacos, a regular Doritos taco, and a medium Baja Blast. The total $8.08. I've really never been one to bitch about food or gas prices. Yeah, inflation sucks, but what are you going to do? But what are we going to do here, Taco Bell? $8 for 3 tacos with barely an ounce of meat, some lettuce and cheese, and a fountain pap? Why, in my day, by golly, you can get a taco for 49 cents. That's from John. John's kind of right about that. Like, Taco Bell is no longer the cheap alternative it used to be.
Nope.
Like, Addie and I went there. I got 2 chalupas and a Doritos Loco. Addie got a quesadilla, and it was like $23.
Yeah, dude. The cheesy gordita crunch is like $5.
Yeah.
It's like $4 or $5, and that's just, it's not worth it. At that point, I'll go one step up and I'll go to I'll either go to Qdoba, more likely than not, Chipotle, or Bubba like one of those places.
Yeah. Look, if I'm going to pay that much money for that, I want to get a significant amount of food. At
Yes.
Taco Bell, I was willing to say, like, all right, I'm going to have, 5 tacos for $10 or whatever.
Sure.
But whatever, it's 5 tacos. Now it's 2 and some pop, and it's like $20. Yeah, it's not the same. And I know, food is more expensive and all that stuff, but like the advantage Taco Bell had was convenience and cost.
Yep.
And I haven't seen a big price hike at White Castle, by the way. Which is what keeps them going.
Right.
Is I want to get a meal for $5 or $6. I can go drive through, get 4 burgers and fries and a drink for what, like $7 or $8.99?
Yeah.
Taco Bell. It's a no-brainer. Or at White Castle, I mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's tough. That's tough.
All right. And the last email is from Jake. Hey, Fats, I know Ricky isn't a fan of nuts. Correct. But for the Fats out there, the Blue Diamond Snickerdoodle flavored almonds are a game changer. Keep chomping.
There's certain things that I don't like to sweeten.
Okay.
Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
And I think nuts might be one of them. Like if I'm having nuts, there's no way to do this.
No,
So,
there's no good way to do it.
Yeah. I want my nuts salty. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the flavor I'm going to.
Yes.
Maybe a little bit spicy.
Yeah.
I'm not making the sweet like candy nuts. Now and again, I'll do the thing like where they they roast them
on an open fire.
Yes, D's Nuts roasting on an open fire.
Yeah.
But like I know Oak Brook Mall has a little truck
where
they roast the nuts and it smells amazing. And those are a little bit sweet, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll try it. I'll give it a shot. Snickerdoodle almond. Was it almonds? Is that what he said?
Yep.
Yeah.
Snickerdoodle flavored almonds.
Nuts are a good alternative at snack time, and I'm just not that big of a fan.
Yeah. Yeah. Like obviously I'm not, but like I don't know. They're fine. Like I get I don't know, just for people that can just sit there and just like house an entire bag of whatever, like whichever variety of nut they want. Like it's a little rough.
I might get some spicy cashews or something. Cashews are good.
Yeah.
They're not quite as nutty they're a little bit softer. But then one of them is like not good for you at all. Is it cashews or pistachios?
Oh, I have no idea.
I forget. Like one of the nut varietals is actually like kind of unhealthy if you eat too many of them. And that's what I do.
Right.
So I don't know. It sounds decent. I'll give it a shot. I'll try anything. What the hell?
Yeah.
Well, that way at least I tried and I'd say I tried. But I'm really looking forward to like more holiday parties coming, Rick, and the opportunity to have more delightful snacks that I don't usually get year round. The Oreo balls, man. Oh,
yep.
I see them and I become a kid again. They're so freaking good. And if you've never had these Oreo balls, we feel for you. They're really the easiest thing in the world. You mash up a box of Oreos. You basically put a box of Oreos in a giant like Ziploc bag, crush it all up.
Yep.
Then you get, I think it's 1 block of cream cheese. You blend all that together, and then you just roll them in. There's no baking involved. You roll them all into balls, put them on a cookie sheet, and then you get like Candy Quick and melt that, and you just drizzle it over them.
Yep.
Or you dip them in and take them out and spoon them. They are the best. So look those up and get those and make those. And they're not just for holidays, but I feel like because they're white and ball shaped, people make them more for Christmas because they look like snowballs.
Yeah, that's true.
But they're amazing. So
yes. All right. I think we're wrapping up. It was clearly both like because I know before we started and at the beginning you were like, yeah, not feeling it. And now, like since we started, I can't breathe through my nose right now. So that's fun. Yes. Who would have thunk? Maybe being outside all day yesterday, not great. All right. Follow us on all of our social media at I'm Fat Pod, imfatpod@gmail.com. Check out the Patreon, imfatmerch.com to get stuff for holiday presents. That's always a great idea. And if there's not a deal right now, wait about 2 hours and it'll probably be there. youtube.com/imfatpodcast. If you're watching live on YouTube, subscribe and hit the like on this video specifically. We greatly appreciate that. And subscribe, unsubscribe, resubscribe, unsubscribe, resubscribe. rate and review the regular podcast. And the best thing you can do is check out our sponsors, Charlie the Bacon Guy, Mazda of Orland Park, and Frato's Culinary Kitchen. So for Jay, I'm Rick, and this is the I'm Fat Podcast.
I hope you have a fantastic day.